Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Francis. If you are new here, welcome. I'm happy to have you today. Um, if you will click the subscribe button and click that little notification bell, you can be reminded of all my future videos when they appear, when they come out. So today I am going to be doing a daytime tutorial eyeshadow look with the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition palette. This palette, oh my heavens, it is bright in here. This is natural lighting. Welcome to the sunlight. Okay, so this is an if you haven't seen the introduction video, this is an eyeshadow and highlighter palette. None of the colors are named, so we're just going to go into it. I have already primed my eyes with Milani. Hold on. Here it is. Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 00A Porcelain Foundation plus Concealer. And I have applied Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose powder on my eyelids to set the Milani foundation. And I have all the rest of my makeup on, so we can just get right into the daytime look. So if you're going to use this palette, boy, the sunlight is serious. If you're going to use this palette without like a loose powder and you're going to use an eyeshadow primer and then use the palette to set, you're going to want to use this color right here. This is a matte vanilla shade. We're not going to go into that color today because I've already used the Wet n Wild loose translucent powder. So today I'm going to go ahead and go into this second color from the left. My left. When you're looking at the palette, it's the second color from the left. I'm going to go into that one as the transition color and build out a crease. So I'm going to be looking right down here. That's where my mirror is. And if you know how I build out a crease, then great. If you don't, I apply this. I am no good today. I'm using this Wet n Wild. It's kind of a flat, fluffy brush. I use it a lot for my transition color. And I build out a crease. Basically what I do, if you don't know, if you haven't seen me before, is I kind of turn turn it on its flat side vertical a little bit and bump it up against the brow bone and then come in like this with the windshield wiper motions. And you can always go out and blend out that top edge. And same thing over here. And this eyeshadow really has some kick up to it, but I think that's kind of par for the course for BH Cosmetics eyeshadows. It's not that they're not beautiful, and I have said this before, fallout does not mean beautiful color. Fallout just sometimes means that you have to take extra precautions. So, for some reason, on this shadowed side of my face, it's not coming up. What's that? Okay, that's much better. And I oftentimes will start the V by pulling this down a little bit. Most days I do that. Okay, then we're going to go into, let's see, okay, we're going to use this Eco Tools. It's a pencil brush. It's round, but it's the hairs are tightly compacted, but it's kind of tapered to a pencil point. So we're going to go into, now, in theory, you could use any one of the dark shades over here. I'm going to go into this color here, this shade, corner shade here. And I'm just going to pounce that into the brush in there. And because, I don't know if you can see that, probably not. You can see how it kicks up a little bit of dust there. Okay. I'm going to take this on the outer V and into the crease. And I'm really concentrating on only halfway. It may not look like it as I'm applying it, but I really am just concentrating on the outer V and going halfway in the crease. In a daytime look, you really just want to contour. And as I often say, makeup is an illusion. It's just an effect that you're creating with the brushes and the colors to make your face look a certain way. Your eyes, your cheekbones. The bulk of makeup, the color application, is it's just an optical illusion. And if you keep that in mind when you're doing, especially when you're doing a daytime look, when you're contouring, you're wanting to emphasize where the lights and the shadows strike. So so that you get the effect that you want and not the effect that your face tends to put off, if that makes any sense. We're going to use this Wet n Wild brush. Wet n Wild. And it's just a round, fluffy brush. And we're just going to blend all this in and to kind of make it seamless. Now, when I did my Jaclyn Hill palette series and I did the daytime tutorial, I just added a highlight, I think, if I remember correctly. I just added a highlight up here. This time, I'm going to do things a little differently. Just because it's a daytime look doesn't mean you have to be any less dramatic. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this very white shade. I don't know if you can tell because it's so bright in here. This shade is pink and this shade is white. These 6 colors are supposed to be highlighter shades if you haven't seen the introduction video yet. These are highlighter shades, and these are the eyeshadows, but in theory, you can use them all as highlighters, as I will do today. I'm going into that white shade, and I'm going right up here under the eyebrow. And boy, is that color popping. Woo! When I get through here, I'm going to show you a little trick. Kind of cool it down a little bit. My bestie, she likes highlighter, but she doesn't like to be glittery. She's a teacher. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use this. It's a Walmart brand. I tell you guys, they're the best brushes I have. See, it says lip brush. It's just a flat, brush that mostly you would use for lipstick. But I'm going back into that same highlight color. And I use it for inner corner highlight. I'm going to go ahead and look down here. Full concentration. Okay. The sun is so bright, I don't know if you guys can see what a difference the inner corner highlight makes. It really draws your eyes there. You guys can really see. But I'll make sure to take some pictures like I always do so that you guys can really get a good feel for what the look is supposed to be. All right, now, let's see. Let's take this. It's an e.l.f. smudge brush. I don't know if you guys can see it. Pearlized handle, silver writing. I'm going to go into this dark color down here that we went in for the outer V. And I'm going to go into the bottom third, like always. Bottom outer third. And if you don't want to put any eyeshadow on your bottom lids for your daytime look, you don't have to. It's your makeup. You do what you think looks good on you. Just because YouTubers or kind of deepening the V's while I'm talking to you. Just because YouTubers do their own thing, their way, doesn't mean that you have to follow their rules or the rules that they apply for themselves. Now I'm going to go into this shade here. It's a very frosted shade. More, I don't know, kind of a warm mocha kind of a color. And with this, oh boy, I don't tell you what brushes I'm using today. It's a fluffy brush. It's the same as the one we used for highlight, only with shorter bristles. Okay. So I'm going to go down here underneath the entire lash line with that frosty color. Anyway, what I was saying is, just because an influencer, makeup artist, whoever, tells you that certain brushes need to be used for certain things, certain colors need to go certain places, or whatever, it doesn't matter. You do you. This is your face, and you're the one who is responsible for your own beauty, I guess, if that makes sense. When we say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you're the one beholding your face. You have to think that it's beautiful. And it's for your self-esteem and your, it's all about you when you're applying makeup. So, let me see. What was I going to tell? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to take my powder brush, because that's what I had powder on earlier that I used all over my face. I'm going to use a little bit of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. It's dirty, sorry guys. Photo Focus translucent powder. And the only reason that I'm going to go ahead and use the big brush is because I already had powder on it. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell, but it's really just a little bit. It looks like quite a whole lot. But I just took it out of the lid where there's basically nothing in there but dust. So then I'm going to put that up underneath the brow bone. I don't know if you guys, up underneath the eyebrow. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's going to knock down a lot of that shine on that. Oh, you can really see it there. Boy, the sun is powerful today. So that's just a little freebie, a little tip. If you get too excited with your highlighter, you can do it here also. It will tone down contour. Powder makes everything very forgiving and covers a lot of flaws and sins, and like they say. So I'm going to apply my mascara and I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. So this is the completed look, but I wanted to talk to you about some things. First, funnest. This is my new, there we go, Wet n Wild Silvery Liquid Catsuit. Here you can see metallic lipstick. The metallic lipsticks, liquid lipsticks in the liquid catsuit, the Wet n Wild liquid catsuit, they have the silver band across here, and they're frosty. They're metallic. They're not matte. Pull that up. Oops, sorry, real close so you can really get a sense of that shade. That's the shade I'm wearing now. I like a frosty coppery brown shade. This one is 939A, right on my copper. It's supposed to be like a play on words, like right on my chopper. So, sorry guys, my hands are shaking. This is going to be in my May favorites video. So that's just a heads up. If you are looking for a product that performs, that's a drugstore product that performs better than the luxury brand, this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and you can see here that I've worn it off. Sorry, got my hands full, got lots of stuff on my mind this morning. You can see this brush is nearly identical to the Too Faced Better Than Sex brush, but this one is so much better. It's the L'Oreal version. It's so much better. It's in black, and it's in waterproof. and that's what I have on my eyes today. I don't know why, but man, the sunlight coming in is just washing everything out today. I also wanted to comment on something. I got a lot of flack about what I said. I think it was in my April favorites and in my Jaclyn Hill palette series video where I did the green eyeshadow look. I talk about how a brown eyeshadow, if you've been watching my tutorials, you know this is CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast, and it's in brown shade. Close so you guys can see it. I basically use this as an eyelash primer these days because it's got lots of oils and good nourishing stuff in it. But sometimes you may see me put it on and then the entire lash and then use a black at the tips. I got a lot of flack, as I was saying, about what I said about the using a brown and a black and it creating a 3D effect. The brown is for thickening and volume. The black is for length and definition. That's what I said. I stand by that. The reason that I said that, most people think that brown is for lighter hair and skin tones, browns, blondes, and that black is for, of course, dark brown or black lashes, hairs. That may be what your mother taught you, which that's not a bad thing. That sounds very logical. A lot of you may not know, and this includes my family. In my late teens and early 20s, I sold Mary Kay skincare and color cosmetics. When I was selling Mary Kay, I also took advanced color application technique classes on basically how to everything makeup. And that's why part of the reason that I'm sharing my knowledge with you is because I have some. One of the things that I learned in those color application technique classes is that 2 colors of mascara, a brown and a black, creates a 3D effect. Brown is for volume and fullness, and thickening, and making your lashes look thicker. And that black is for length and definition. The flack that I got is that I didn't tell you guys that I have a little extra knowledge than your average Jane Doe who's going out and buying mascara, who's going out and buying makeup. I actually have some knowledge. I'm not, by any stretch of the imagination, a makeup artist. In Mary Kay, you learn to teach others to apply makeup to themselves to be to create those looks for themselves, as opposed to a makeup artist who learns to apply makeup to others to make others look beautiful as opposed to themselves. And so anyway, I just wanted to add that little tidbit in there of for the mascara, because I got a little flack about it from my family because some of them know that I have a little extra knowledge there. So anyway, I hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy the I'm sorry, I've done a lot of Jaclyn Hill palette series videos. I hope you guys enjoy the Carly Bible videos that have already come out and are coming out. I'm not going to do as many videos with this palette as I did with the Jaclyn Hill palette series, because Jaclyn Hill put a lot of different colors in her series, and this palette is basically, there we go, basically browns. I will say these shades, there are kind of pinky tones. Of course, this one here, oh darn it, there we go. This one kind of pinky. This one is a cool tone, warm. Anyway, I won't be doing quite as many tutorials, but I will still probably do 3. So let me know how you guys are liking it in the comments below, and let me know how you like my new background, which is kind of odd. All right, you guys, I love you. See you later.